Hello, everybody. So the other day, my friend Brent told me he was going to send me something in the mail, and despite my best efforts to convince him not to, he sent something anyway. And I thought, okay, well, maybe this is like a bag of coffee, Maybe he's ordering some coffee, and then he's decided he's going to send me one too. So I get this in the mail, this box. And I knew it was something coffee related, but I'm like, okay, well, it's not coffee beans, so it's too big. So what could it possibly be? So I opened it up. Oh, and there's some coffee on top. Okay, so there's a couple bags of coffee. Okay, so what's underneath? Oh, it's more coffee. And lo and behold, when I dug all the way to the bottom, it was all coffee. Oh, Brent. Okay. The idea around this is it's an Advent calendar. It comes with, actually, let me grab it quickly. Okay, it comes with this thing. It has basically laid out December 1st through the 25th, and it's a different country for every day. It's got some basic information, which is pretty much repeated verbatim on the bags, so, but you can kind of read through this and take a look. This is kind of nice. Unfortunately, I do have to put a sour note to this whole review that I'm going to do for the next 25 days. They advertised free shipping. Now, shipping was probably pretty expensive to South Korea. Everything's expensive to ship here, but they did say free shipping to the US, and he was going to order one for himself as well, and they were going to charge him for shipping, and so he contacted them, and they admitted, oh yeah, it's on our website, but no, we're going to charge for shipping. And eventually he just didn't order it, which really makes me sad. Normally I would just order it for him, but he said basically now he has a bunch of coffee, and he'd be probably overwhelmed with coffee. So I decided maybe the next best thing, I would review each coffee once a day and post them. So for the next 25 days, I'll be reviewing a coffee. So this will be the longest of the videos, just since I had this whole introduction thing. But I'm starting with, good Lord, I thought I had the bag of coffee here. I don't need the bag of coffee. Haha. Each bag is 66 grams. I brew 18 for my cup of coffee in the morning, and that's it. So makes over three cups of coffee, a little bit over. First one's from Rwanda. I'll just give you some of the information. It says mild to strong, like it has a range, mild to strong, and it's closer to the strong end. Okay, a couple notes here. You don't really want to include this kind of thing normally, like if you're a professional roaster, because what does that mean, mild to strong? Does that mean it's medium or dark or light or like soluble? It's really kind of a weird thing to include, and it's like the first thing you see, which is a bit of a turn off normally. But anyway, I know Brent, has good instinct on coffee, so that's twisted in the other direction. It does give the region, the co-op farm. It's certified organic. Altitude is 1,500 to 1,800 meters. 100% Arabica. Okay. Varieties: red bourbon, processed, washed, organic. Taste notes: it says orange zest, golden kiwi. Was it? Oh, mandarin and green tea. Okay, an interesting combination. Green tea, golden kiwi. I would expect this to be probably a light roast, high elevation coffee. Of course, not necessarily, but just in general, with taste notes like that, I would expect that. And also, I would expect a lighter roast. It was around a medium roast, and maybe next time I'll show you beans just so you can see like the variation. But it was the roast consistency. The roast level consistency was decent. I'll give it about a B. Yeah, a B, something like that. I could tell there's definitely different batches combined, but I understand too when they're doing so much volume that it's gonna kind of be like that. I already brewed this. I've let it cool a little bit so I can really get some of the taste notes, and let's give it a taste and see what it's like. Okay. It's definitely more on the tea side. It's I wouldn't say green tea though. It's more like a black tea with a little bit of like orange zest. I can taste that, but not much else. It's a pretty smooth brew, like very low key. Yeah, black tea basically. Like yeah, black tea is probably the best thing. Not super acidic. Um, yeah, not very harsh or anything like that. It says somewhat on the strong side. I don't get that at all. Let's see. I'll do cupping style like the whole. Okay. Yeah. So more tea flavors, more muted, maybe fruity flavors. I think if I did another brew of this, I would probably fine it up and see if I could pull out more of the fruit. But that might not be the way to go either. It might be better to go a little bit coarser, maybe something, and go for some of the more tea flavors. But hard to say. Hard to say. And I think the fact that they are mixing batches does make it more difficult to, you know, to grasp some of the characters of the bean. But good cup of coffee. Starting off with Rwanda, it's nice and strong. And let's see, tomorrow will be Mexico. So see you then.